Hi friends, and welcome everyone to my first ever video training series on Adobe Photoshop. If you are a beginner in Photoshop or really very new to Photoshop and computer graphics, then this video series is for you, Photoshop Basics Beginners. As this course is in a video series, hence there can be one or more video for a particular chapter, so please keep track of it. I can also provide the exercise file if anyone would like to practice them. Today we will start with our first chapter, Chapter 1, which is about computer graphics and terminologies. What is Photoshop? Where it is used? And a brief idea about its interface. So let's start it with the computer graphics and terminologies. This is more of theoretical topic. I won't like to bore you here. However, we have to understand briefly few of the terms about computer graphics and its terminologies, like pixel. Pixel, it is the smallest entity of a digital image where a specific color is stored. Bit depth, it is the range of color available in the digital image, measured as 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit as a per channel. Resolution, it is the number of pixels per inch or dot, or you can say dot per inch in a digital image, and the units are ppi or dpi. Image size, it is the size of the image measured in inch, pixel, millimeters, centimeters, etc. Now the computer graphics basically divided into two major types, that is the vector and the raster image. Vector images are resolution independent, whereas raster images are resolution dependent. As I said, we'll be discussing this topic very briefly. If any one of you are still interested to know more about this topic, you can write me here or contact me on my website www.pictureviz.com. Let's move on to the next topic, which is what is Photoshop and where it is used. Photoshop is a computer graphics and image editing software and is an industry standard software designed by Adobe. It is a versatile raster-based application used in various areas of creativity like painting, web layout, graphic designing, or photo retouch and manipulation, and of course in visual effects work for films and television. So can you see the example for the painting? It's a digital painting work done in Photoshop, and if you see this, some part of the work is done in 3D application, and the rest of the matte painting work is done in Photoshop. Another one is like you have the posters for the film. You can say the printing work, the layout, website designing and its layout is done, can be done in Photoshop. You can also use Photoshop for photo enhancement, for retouching, and you can see the result, before and after result, and more even after result, how you can enhance the look of the image, or you can say photograph. And even you can manipulate the photograph. You can have the number of clones. If you can see, it's a hand, and the same hand is again repeated as in clone, and again in the fingers, and the same is done again. And it's one more example, like you can see both the things were like photographed separately, and then they are composited in Photoshop. So a lot of image manipulation you can do in Photoshop. So let's start and see about the interface. So here is Photoshop interface. Right now I'm using Photoshop CS6, but you can use any of the Photoshop version starting from Photoshop CS. Okay, so now if you see here, you have the menu over here. There's a file menu, edit, image, layer, so on and on. You have all the menus. Okay, file, edit, window, and help. It's a common menus which are available in other applications also. Here at the left hand side of the screen you have, you can say, toolbox. Like you can just tear it up and you can just can make it a floating palette. It is a floating, now it can place anywhere. Is click here and attach back again and minimize or maximize as per your requirement. Okay, so at the right hand side you have some palettes which are, you can say, docked together. You can just go and you can make them floating palettes as we did with the tool bar. So this is a color palette and you can just go and again place it. Just click and you can just hold the mouse and just drag it, and you can, it just highlights with a blue line, and you can just drop it again so they get clumped together. And here you have the layer palette along with the channels and path, which are again clumped together. Okay, and in the middle you can see this is known as a workspace where you can load your images, you can create a new document, and you can work on that. Okay, so let's start with like a new document. If I go here, new, we can create our own document. So you have a lot of presets available. As the Photoshop is, I already told you, it's very versatile. It can be used for web, it can be used for printing, okay, or it can be used for photo printing. So it has a lot of presets available. You can use them, or like you can start with some basic preset. So let's start with a web preset, which is like 800 by 600. Even in that you can get the different dimension documents. So I will create, we have created a document, and if you see here, you have the ruler, okay, and the shortcut for the ruler is Control R. There might be you can't see that ruler, so you can just Control R, you can use that. And ruler is very helpful to place the objects in a proper, with a proper distance and more accurately in the space. Okay, so now if you see that, once again I'll bring back to you to the toolbox. If you see the toolbox, there is a, can you see the lines here? Actually the toolbox is creating a family, like these are the tools which are related to selection. Okay, so it's related to color selection. This is related to pixel selections. You can select the particular pixels, range of pixels, and then you can treat them separately. And now here they are related to color. They are basically painting tools. Okay, here are the vector tools, and basically you have the paint tool, you have the text tool. Okay, and for that there is a selection tool for the paint tool, and you have the different shapes available. So you can create different shapes in Photoshop. Like let's create a few of the shapes like this cat. Okay, if you can see here, its color, it doesn't showing any color because only the line, because there are two colors available, foreground and background, and the foreground color is whatever we create. In the shape comes the foreground color. That's why it's coming white, because there is white. Let me change it to some color and just draw it again. You can see if I hold on shift, it will create you can proportionately the shape. So you have different shapes available here, or even you can get some preset. These are the preset shapes available, and or you can get it from internet if you want more other custom shapes. Okay, and the next thing is these are the navigation tools like hand tool. Okay, and this is zoom tool. You can zoom to a particular part of the document by using this tool, and by the hand tool you can just move and navigate. So basically these are the pan and zoom tool for the navigation of the document. So, and here these are the two colors. Photoshop has default colors, that is the foreground and the background. The foreground color is a black and the background color is the white, which is the color of the canvas. Okay, but you can swap them whenever you want, and you can choose any of the color from the color picker. You have a foreground color picker, you can have a background color picker, and suppose you have a blue color over here, even you can swap them. And if you want the default colors back, you can click on this, you will get the default colors back. This is it's a quick mask mode where you can do a lot of masking kind of work, or you can a lot of isolation you can do with the help of brush and the selection tool. So here you can see it's like you want to make the full screen, whatever you are seeing. If you want to see completely in a full screen, you can see in the full screen, Control Alt, so you can see the document here. Once you complete your work, you can just see only the document, hiding all the complete interface. And if you want to get it back, you can just press F again. That is what the easiest way to get the things back. Okay, so I'll just dock it again at the left hand side. Okay, so this is what you have, the very basic about the interface. Okay, so if you are going to practice something, if you want to do in the first class, as is the first class, there must be something to do the practice. What I would suggest you just try to create the document. Let me say no, file, new. Just create this document. Maybe take the web. Okay, and then you can take, like, it's by default it's a rectangle. Let's create a rectangle shape. Okay, try to create a few more shapes. You can click and hold on. Okay, click and hold on, you get many other types of options available for a particular tool. You can see there is a round rectangle tool. You can create this one. Okay, even okay, now if you see the colors, again there is, if you can see the colors, the foreground background color is actually, the foreground is black and the background is white, but still it's taking the pink color, because once you select any of the tool, it has options available over here. So if you can see, the fill color is already defined here, so it's like you can change it from, even from here, it is more relevant to change it from here. Okay, or if you change this color from like here, if you can see now it's not taking that color anymore, but you can just click over here. If I want to take this color, I can get this, and if I go again to this tool and suppose I change to a particular color like blue, and we'll go back to this, you can see that the blue is picked up with the foreground color. So I will go again and change this to something like orange, and if I go here, the orange color is picked. So basically it remembers the last color selection for the foreground. So now you can create once you create some shapes, once you're done, click on the move tool and just go here, file, save. Try to save the document, and in here you can see the Photoshop. You can save like in Photoshop document and name it whatever you want. The first is the native, you can save file format, so you can select that and save it. I'll just let you know the benefits of saving in native file format in the coming classes. So you can say OK here and just close it down. So here we are done with the first class, and I just want to highlight what we have done so far and just wrap up this. So far we have done the chapter 1, computer graphics and terminologies, what is Photoshop, where it is used, its interface. So see you in the next class. Bye, take care.